Good morning, everybody. It's Brett, your thankful carnivore. It's Friday morning, August 30th. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate folks hanging out with me across my social media to watch me run off at the mouth. You can follow all this nonsense on Instagram at thankful.carnivore, on Twitter where the crazy meat-eating savages run wild at Stickman Bleeding. That's Stickman Bleedin. And you can find me on Facebook at Thankful Carnivore. The website is artlife.us. Listen, my friends, there's a bunch of things I want to touch base with you on today. First off, I appreciate people sharing their concern and well wishes for us with the approach of the hurricane. Here where we're at, we're not really concerned for a variety of reasons. Number one, our house has been here since 1950. It suffered multiple direct hits from multiple hurricanes. I've been here for two of them. And anything short of a Cat 5, I'm not worried about. Now, if a Cat 5 comes our way, we're getting out of town because there's nothing that can stand up to one of those. But Cat 3, Cat 4, we're not in a flood zone. The worst that's going to happen to us is our power is going to go out. But our prayers and best wishes for safety for everyone who finds himself in the path of this storm. I don't like being in hurricanes. It's extremely uncomfortable for me. They're very, very loud. And even with all my electronic gizmos and stuff in my ears, whatnot, I could never drown out the sound. I could never quiet things. I could never eliminate the sound of the storm. And that's very eerie and uncomfortable. And it causes a lot of damage. And, it kills a lot of people. So if you're in an evacuation zone, please get out. It's just not worth the risk. I want to spend a few minutes talking about this is not about one person. This is about several people who in the last 2 or 3 days have reached out to me asking this question. What do you do when you fall off the wagon? What happens? What do you do when you screw up, slip, cheat, whatever phrase you want to call it? You put things into your mouth you know you shouldn't put into your mouth. And first off, number one, don't beat yourself up over it. That serves no purpose. That won't fix anything, and it's a waste of time and energy. And you're better than that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to realize, okay, you made a mistake. What have you learned? Did you learn anything from this? Many people I know have learned some hard lessons, some very painful lessons, had a lot of symptoms come back they weren't prepared to deal with. And now they're struggling to get rid of them again. What have you learned? That's a question only you can answer. Apply what you've learned and then do whatever it takes to make sure it doesn't happen again. Primarily, if you stopped eating meat and drinking water, well, then that's obviously what you need to do, is go back to just eating when you're hungry. Only when you're hungry, eat until you're not another bite full. Only eat the meat you crave and can afford. And you don't put sweet taste in your mouth. It's that simple. It's that simple today. It's that simple tomorrow. It's that simple in perpetuity. Spit that word out. It really is. And it's always going to be that simple. Now, a lot of folks like to complicate it and oh, but what about this? What about that? Da, 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 da. All the answers to every question about carnivory is contained within those basic guidelines. You just have to be honest and decide for yourself, do I want to be healthy or do I want the taste of whatever form of death it was you consumed? The choice is yours, my friends. and I hope you choose wisely. One other thing I want to touch base on this morning is I made a little tweak to the way I've been eating. I reduced the number of slices of bacon I was eating, which was really like 10 to 12 slices of bacon every meal, down. I just took 3 slices off. So now I never have more than 8 slices of bacon, ever. Ever, ever, ever. 8 slices is it. And I increased the amount of the 90-10 or 93-7 ground beef that I'm eating by 1 ounce. So breakfast and lunch are now 9 ounces, and dinner's 13. Sometimes, last night it was almost 14 ounces. Sometimes measurements aren't exactly exact. My point is, I'm burning belly fat again. I'm losing fat. This is not about losing weight. And somebody asked me on Twitter, so the bacon's not good anymore? Well, bacon's awesome. I just reduced the amount I'm eating. I didn't stop eating it. Come on, people. Think. Brain fog's gone. Or is it for you? Maybe you're not eating as well as you should be. Maybe you're eating some things you shouldn't be eating. Think about it. Listen, my friends, little tweaks. You get far enough into it, you're stable, and you want to make minor adjustments, it's okay to do that. You know, we're talking about 3 slices of bacon and 1 ounce of meat added. That's a tweak. That's not something that's going to get me into trouble. What gets people into trouble is when they're 3 weeks into their carnivore experience and they're still in adaptation and they're uncomfortable, they don't feel right. Their body's going from being a sugar burner to a fat burner. They haven't done all the reading they ought to, et cetera, et cetera. And, I'm going to go on a 3-day fast or a 7-day fast, or I'm going to go back to eating more vegetables. I'm going to go back to doing what I was doing that made me this sick and miserable in the first place. My friends, common sense. Develop it if you don't already have it. It's a great thing, I swear. I'm grateful for it. Use it. Think about it. Be responsive. Don't be reactive. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself the best chance to succeed. Eat when you're hungry. When you're hungry, eat till you're not another bite full. Only eat the meat you crave and can afford, and don't put sweet taste in your mouth. It's that simple. Listen, my friends, be safe out there. Have a blessed day. Be honest. Don't lie. Eat your meat. Drink your water. I'll see you all tomorrow. And always remember, yes, please be thankful.